Hey there, my name is Thomas Waring, and this is the Advanced Audio Session podcast. For my podcast, I decided to do Rick Rubin, who is currently known to be one of the world's greatest music producers of our time. Frederick J. Rubin, which is his full name, was born in Long Island, New York, and became really well known because in college with his friend and co-worker at the time, Russell Simmons, they started what's known now as Def Jam Recordings, which is one of the biggest music groups that there is in the present day. And they started Def Jam Recordings out of their room, their college dorm, with a 4-track recorder, recording rap artists. And it just became huge. It blew up, and this is where Rick Rubin had his big start, which he later on in life ended up through confrontation with the president, who later on became the president of Def Jam. He left Def Jam, ended up starting Def American Recordings. But overall, Rick Rubin has been known for tons of different things. Aside from just that, Rick Rubin has worked with multiple award-winning artists, ranging from old classic rock to modern day, to rap, to modern day pop music. His line of credits go on to be people like Black Sabbath and Johnny Cash, to Neil Young, to rappers like Kanye West, Jay-Z producing the Black Album, going on to rock and roll, Red Hot Chili Peppers, where he had his biggest breakthrough as a producer on their Blood Sugar Sex Magik album, where he truly helped craft the album with Anthony Kiedis, getting songs like Under the Bridge and Poetry Andy. Anthony Kiedis had been writing on and out. He really brings the best out in people. He's even worked with pop acts of current day, such as Lady Gaga on her album Art Pop, and one of the most recent is Ed Sheeran on his huge album X. So he's worked with such a vast array of artists and people and music. It's just unbelievable. You know, he's been credited in Time magazine as 20 of the most influential people in the world. So he has a lot of credits, and Rick Rubin is known as a producer for stripping everything down and getting things raw, and finding the soul and not all these effects and this crazy stuff going on, but really getting a raw performance. As a producer, he works specially one-on-one with artists to really bring the most out in them, like sides that they don't even know exist. It's just amazing what he does. And another thing about Rick is his spiritual side to music. Whenever you watch an interview or a closer interview with Rick, he's almost like the music guru of our time. The way he incorporates spirituality and Zen and silence into his way of life. If you were to even walk into one of his homes in Malibu or elsewhere, it would be empty. He keeps all his walls with nothing on them. And that goes back to his style of music, is stripping things down and making them a raw kind of performance, none of the extra stuff, just really getting down to the simple things. And it shows in his homes. If you ever watch an interview of him in a place, it's like a rug and just white walls. He also has founded multiple recording studios, one of which is Shangri-La Studio at Malibu, where he runs and does most of his recordings. He even has Bob Dylan's old tour bus outside of the home. It's really cool to look at. But overall, just Rick Rubin's amazing work over the years with all these artists, and really helping artists move to the next level within themselves, allowing them to experience a side of themselves or open up into something that they hadn't been willing or ready to open up into, is what he's been known for. So I appreciate your time, and I hope you learned a little something about Rick Rubin today. Feel free to go check out his music, and thank you. Namaste.